So let's begin. Let's get started. I want to talk just for a minute about what we're doing today. This is for everybody here is wonderful. I know almost all of you, practically all of you, who are here making messages saying hello. And I wanted to take things sort of nice and slow today. I want us to get a little more grounded. There's been a lot of excitement and a lot of what I would call inward and upward energy right now. In yoga, we talk about 5 different types of pranic energies. You can subscribe to this or not, but I think it makes a little bit of sense that we have 2 of them. There's an inward and upward energy, and another one is a downward and outward energy. If you relate to this, even just with breathing, when you breathe, you take oxygen in, you fill up your lungs, you even feel a sort of lift, right? And on your exhalation, we empty our lungs and maybe you feel yourself settle back down towards the earth. So when we get a little bit too excited, we might have, or anxious, call it anxious and excited, sort of live in the same realm of a little bit too much of that inward and upward energy, which we do need sometimes. But maybe for now, it would be nice to feel a little more of that downward energy connected to the ground, kind of associated with that exhalation, and also just with the sense of letting go. So let's get started. I actually want to have us standing. And guys, I'm going to be on my mat over here and move around a little bit. I mentioned I have one live student today. She's hiding in the corner. My mom is here. So I'm going to look over at you, but I might be looking at her sometimes too. So we're actually going to start standing up today. And I want you to start to feel and gain a sense physically of these 2 types of energies. So you can stand up with your feet a little bit wider than hips distance and just let your feet be themselves, okay? I really want you to get a sense of your feet. So for me, a little bit of turnout is really comfortable. And just take your hands out in front of you. I call this cookie tray arms, right? So like your elbows are at your sides and your palms are up, like you're holding a cookie tray with your favorite cookies out in front of you. And then I want you to drop down into your seat a little bit by bending your knees just a little bit, okay? When you take a deep breath in, I want you to extend your legs and lift your tray up. Breathe in through your nose. And then as you exhale, bend your knees a little bit, flip your palms, and just push down slightly with your hands. Yep, you're going to flip your palms and push down. That's it. So we're going to inhale through your nose, and then through your mouth, exhale, sink into your legs a little bit, and I want you to really feel the sense of the ground. And let your body be loose, okay? So maybe stop trying to do yoga and just let your body move a little bit. Are you breathing? Inhale to rise. That's the inward and upward. Exhale and drop it down. If you feel like closing your eyes might help you sense what's happening, then do it. You might lose a little bit of balance. So if you need to, keep your eyes open. Keep going. We're going to switch and now just breathe in and out the nose. Inhale, hands rise. This is like a little Tai Chi flow. Exhale and sink down. Good. Go ahead on your own. I'm going to quiet down for a moment. Next time you exhale, you're going to place your hands on your thighs and you're going to drop into your seat a little bit more. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see a little bit better. So I'm dropping my hips back a little bit. I've got nice short arms, so I'm just going to straighten my arms. Some of you are going to have to bend them. Or my short torso friends. Good. So just holding here, I'd want you to just find that downward action as you keep breathing in and out. And we're going to move through cat-cow. It's as simple as that. As you breathe in, Roll your shoulders back and stick your tail a little bit out behind you. As you exhale, you're going to draw your tail under. Keep your legs bent and just round from head to tail. Tuck your chin, round from shoulder to shoulder. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Roll your shoulders back. And then exhale, hollow out and round. Good. I hear mom breathing now. It's starting to work. We're going to warm up this room here. Breathe in, let your heart pull forward. Hips pull back, your belly's strong, but then also so is your bottom. Exhale and round it out. Medium-sized breath in this time. Medium-sized breath in, so not your fullest breath in. And then exhale, but let it all the way out. Full deep breath out. One more time. Medium-sized breath in. Shoulders rolling back. Exhale fully all the way out. Good. We're going to stand all the way up tall, and you're going to Tadasana your feet. So you're going to make your feet about hips distance this time and parallel. Good. 1 second, getting this hair out of the way. Finding your feet. Again, even look down at them. Sink a little bit into your legs. And we're going to inhale and lift the arms. And take a nice deep bend as you forward fold here. So legs are going to stay bent. Bend your knees. Drop your head. And let your head hang nice and heavy. I want your hands on your legs if you can't reach the floor. And start to sway your hips a little bit side to side. Breathe in and out. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Good. Bring your hands to your thighs with nice bent knees. Again, press your chest forward. Get really long. Yep. Exhale, drop your chest again down onto your thighs. Let your head drop. Feel the anchoring of your feet. Head heavy. Pull your hands up to your thighs again. Reach your chest forward. We're getting into the legs today. I want you to feel your butt working as well, okay? Grabbing that Buttasana, feeling that work being done there. It's not just your belly. It's not just your legs. Feel those big muscles. Exhale, drop your chest to your thighs and let your head drop. Keeping your legs kind of bent. I know it's going to start to burn. Anyone feeling a little burn yet? Good. Keep your knees bent. Let yourself roll up to standing. Roll all the way up. Good. I want you to feel the lift. Find your cookie trays. Lift them all the way up. Sorry, you're losing my head. That's okay. You know what's happening. Reach up to the sky and lift your heels. Take your heels off the floor too. Get nice and tall. Find that upward lift. And then exhale. Reach your arms out. Bend your knees a lot and come into that ragdoll again. Let your head drop. Bring your feet by your fingers. Step your right foot back. First, find a nice long lunge. So we want good architecture. Your left knee is over your ankle. Nice architecture. And we're going to reach back through your right leg for a moment just to find some length, and then I want you to drop it down to the floor. So bring your right knee to the ground. Good. And I want you to drop your head and your chest and almost hang over this front leg. You might even wrap your arms underneath your left leg here. You can grab your elbows or your wrist. I want you to find the downward action here. So take a medium breath in. As you exhale, drop down into your legs. And then as you inhale, start to lift your head, your chest. Maybe hands come to your thigh. And find from that downward action your upward lift. Legs are squeezing together. Your hands might now come to your hips. And you might even choose to start reaching your arms up. But I want you to feel that downward action. Mom, I want you to pull your heel back 1 more inch. Yep, and then bend again. Good. Good architecture in the front. Find your peak lift just for now with super strong legs. Good. And then put your hands down. Lift your right knee, step back to a down dog, and go for a really, really slow pedaling walk. So pressing one heel down and then the other. You're not trying to move yourself forward on a bicycle, you're doing yoga. So go slow so you can feel what's happening. Good. Stop the pedaling and come into a plank position just for a moment. Just for a moment until your arms are straight up and down, and then I want you to bring your knees down. This is modified plank. Pause here for a moment. I want you to bend your elbows just a little bit, not out to the sides, not straight back, but in between. So out and back. Bring your heart forward a little bit. Good. And then push back up. Good. And pulse here a little bit. So my knees are down. My belly is tight. And guess what? So is my bottom. Yep, I saw it working. There it is. Do it again, Mom. Yep. Good. She's doing so good. You can't see, but I swear I wanted her to be in the video. We'll get her next time. Chest and hips come all the way down to the floor. You're going to take your hands wide apart. Grab the carpet. Hands are in line with your chest. Reach your legs back long. What's touching the floor here? The tops of your feet, your hip bones. My thighs are barely brushing, but my knees are off the ground. Elbows are bent, so pull your hands in closer towards your chest. There you go, Mom. Push down and pull your heart forward. Modified cobra here. Nice and long. So what's down? What's on the ground? Your feet, your hips, your pubic bone. Pull forward and back. Starting off super slow today. Super slow. Pull your chest forward and down. Slide your hands back in. Push back into a child's pose. Put your forehead down, your elbows down. My head's not down because I want you guys to be able to hear. I don't want to lose the speaker. Feel the ground here. Feel where you're touching the ground, your forearms, your hands, your head. Drop the weight of your head down. Find your medium-sized breath in and your full-sized breath out. And lift back up to all fours. Place your toes under and go into downward facing dog again. Try not to extend the legs fully. Extend the spine fully, but not the legs. We're going to reach your right leg back, down dog split, long, strong leg, and practice that step forward. Bring your right foot to your right thumb. If it doesn't make it, just pull it forward, carry it forward. Take a moment here in that long lunge with your left leg really long, and then we're going to descend. So bring that knee to the ground, and you're going to drop your head, drop your chest, almost lay down on top of your right leg. Maybe wrap your arms under your thigh. Feel the downward action, feel the strength of your legs, and then build it back up. So from the floor. Build up through your spine. Start to lift your chest, lift your head. Hands go, I don't care, wherever, thigh or hips. Finally, you find some upward, some levity, some lift. But it's from the roots. It's from the roots. And then you're going to reach your arms maybe. Maybe you reach your arms. Maybe it feels better to stay closer to the ground. Do what makes you happy. You're a grown-up. Do what makes you happy. Good. And we'll bring the hands down. We're going to lift your back knee and step forward. Take your hands this time to your shins. Reach forward with a nice long spine. It's a Ardha Uttanasana. It's a half forward bend. And then bend your knees again and drop your chest over your thighs. Good. Bring your hands to your thighs. Bend your knees like you would for a chair. Press your chest forward. Look forward. Roll your shoulders back. Now stand all the way up. Reach up. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's go all the way back down, but deeply bend your knees as you do. Deeply bend your knees. Relax that head. Left foot steps back. Knee down. From the down, rise up. Strong legs. From the down, rise up and grow your Anjaneyasana. Good. But you need to choose where to be here, right? So if it means staying down here with hands on the floor where it's safe and comfortable, do it, right? What do you need right now? Maybe you need to be up. Good. Let's all come down. Hands to the floor. Lift your back knee. Downward dog. Step back. Press your hips back as far as they'll go for this moment. Come forward to plank pose. We're going to pulse again with bent elbows. So guess what? If you want to drop your knees, do it. Otherwise, we're going to stay long and strong. What's on the ground? Good. Elbows pull back and out, back and out. Not just back or not just out to the side. Go back up. I don't know if I can talk and do this one. Here, they're called push-ups, I think. Yep, push back up. Find that downward. One more time. And come back up. And this time we'll all meet on the belly. Lower yourself all the way down. Slide your hands out, maybe like 1 or 2 hand steps out. What's pressing down? The feet, the hips, the pubic bone. Now we lift the breastbone. Use your hands, use your arms like crazy. Use your arms like crazy, but don't straighten them. Don't lock them out. Find your longest length forward, your snakiest snake forward. Good. And get even longer as you lie back down. Good. Hands come in by the sides. Your choice, you can go back to child's pose like we did before. Your choice, you can tuck your toes. Exhale, push straight up, plank. And meet me in downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. I'm going to stop talking for a moment. Wherever you are resting, take a couple breaths. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. Left leg rises high to the sky. Down dog split. Left leg is super straight, but the right knee will bend. That's your down. That's your downward action. Good. Try to step your foot forward to your thumb. Carry it if it doesn't make it. Good. One more time. Right knee down. Nice and slow. Rise up. Anjaneyasana. Feel more action downward in the legs than you ever have. From that downward action, from the roots, from the down and out, you find your up. Maybe you start to arch back just a little bit. Take your fingers apart. Don't stress your fingers. Don't stress your hands. Let your arms be a little bit free. And dissolve. Dissolve. Bring your hands to the floor. Lift your back knee, step forward. Half forward bend with really nice deep bent knees. Half forward bend. Push off your shins, bend your knees a lot. Like your legs are in chair. Actually, you're furniture here. You're basically furniture. Your legs are in chair and your spine is a coffee table. I never said that before. Drop into a fold. Good. Roll up. Roll up. Roll up. Good. From the down of your feet, reach your arms up. How's everyone doing? Everyone stopped commenting, so we're either deep in the bowl of popcorn or you're doing yoga. That's great. Bring your hands to your heart. Hands to your heart. Good. Now step your feet out wider than you did before. Some of you may have had your feet all the way together, which is fine and great. So now we're going to go wider than hips distance, and you need to turn out a little bit. I want you to turn out just a little bit. Good. Rise up, reach. Bend your knees, drop into a fold. Put your hands between your feet. Step your right foot back, more towards the right corner of your mat. Yep, good. Descend onto the knee. Put your left hand on the inside of your left knee and gently guide it. Let's see. This is 12 o'clock. Your left knee is going to go to 10 o'clock. So press your left hand on the inside of your knee. There you go. Not out to the side. It's going up to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. And you're breathing. That's it. Do you feel that in your hips? Mom's nodding. Yes. I feel it. Good. That's a preparation. Bring your hands back down. Lift your right knee. We're just gonna, let's step back. Let's step back. Go to dog. Hang out in dog or come through a nice deliberate vinyasa through to plank. You can add the 3 push-ups if you're feeling like you have that extra fire to burn. Good. Cobra or up dog, your choice. I'm gonna just do a classic cobra here. And come back downward facing dog. Good. Your right leg is gonna go high in the sky. Down dog split. And then we'll step forward to the outside of your hand. Did I mention that? Yep, it's got to go to the outside of the hand. And you might even walk your left foot to the left edge of the mat. Descend onto your knee. Drop that back knee. Good. Use your right hand as a guide. It's like you're trying to pull your thighs just gently apart. So guide that right knee towards the upper right corner of your mat. Are you breathing? I stopped breathing because I'm talking, but you can breathe the whole time. You need to resist your hand. So your leg that's opening, this front leg. Did you get a pop? Mm-hmm. We got a pop. So you need to resist your hand. You need to press your leg against it. You cannot stretch a limp leg. We never want to do that. Good. Okay. Dissolve this. Bring your hands down. And step back. Downward facing dog. Your choice to hang out there or go through a little flow. You might notice, this is what I love about finding your ground and opening your hips, is that your back bends change, right? As your lower body changes, so that cobra, that upward dog, might start to feel lovelier. Now we're in downward facing dog. Let's send the right leg again to the sky and step forward, and let's find our friend warrior 2. Turn that back foot out. Good. Open up. And now we've opened the hips just a little bit more. So a nice home base to be here is warrior 2. This is a friendly pose that you know very well. Our knee is over the ankle. You've got heel, knee, and sitting bone on that right leg, just in a nice energetic line. Good. Reach your arms up, breathe in. Just a medium-sized breath in. Exhale, push your hands down through the center line and towards your feet. Breathing all the way out. Good. Medium in breath, arms come up. Full, long out breath. Push down and out. Feel your legs. Feel your ground. One more time. And mostly down and out. Arms come back to warrior 2. Turn your right palm up, reverse. Reverse. Just reach up. You're going to tighten the left side of your waist and lengthen the right. Good. And then come forward, and we're going to stress that front leg. Place your elbow in your thigh, side angle pose. You're adding more stress because your weight is moving forward. So put more energy into the back leg. Take your left arm either straight up or across the diagonal. Find your ground here. Find what's on the floor. Connect to the ground through your feet, the strength of your legs, your belly, your butt. Bring your hands down. Lunge into plank pose, or just back to down dog. You can skip your vinyasa. That's up to you. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Take your time. There's no rush. I think we have 2 weeks, at least. 2 weeks. Imagine 2 weeks to get through every vinyasa. How lovely would that be? Your left leg's going to go sky high. Down dog split. Bring your foot forward as best you can. If it doesn't make it, right, just carry it. Warrior 2. Back foot flat. It's from the down that you rise up. Yep, fix yourself, not just your clothing, but just find your feet here. Oh, I heard another pop. Hopefully it's a welcome pop. Good. Again, arms rise. This time I want you to straighten your legs a little bit. Try this. A little bit of straighter legs. And then exhale, bend into that front leg. Push your hands down and out. Inhale, rise up. This is a Mula Bandha action. So pelvic floor lifts. You exhale, push. Down and out. One more. And then we're going to stay in that warrior two. Good. Turn your left palm up. Reach up. Right hand is on your thigh or your hip for support. Reverse warrior. I'm feeling the burn in my legs, some fire. We're going to come forward now. We're going to put more stress on that front leg. Push off of it with your elbow. Turn your chest to the right without moving your left leg. Your left leg doesn't change form. Right arm straight up or all the way over for diagonal. Your choice. There's breath. And dissolve. Hands down. Step back. Make your way through vinyasa. Or take a rest. Take a child's pose if you need. Do what feels good for you. You're a grown-up. Good. Right leg, sky high again. Step to the outside of your right hand. Again, step to the outside. Descend onto your left knee. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. Good. So your right toes, turn them out just a little bit. So pivot on your right foot so your toes will turn out maybe to 1 or 2 o'clock, and give that guiding hand again. Like you're trying to pull these two inner thighs apart, right? Just a little bit, but you have to resist. So you have to gently press your leg into your hand. Good. Now, leave your leg where it is, but bring your hands back down and shift your weight back. So your hips move back until they're over your back knee. Inch, inch, inch your right foot forward and pull the foot your toes off the floor. Your hips want to be back right over your knee. There we go. So you know this pose usually as half splits, but we're taking a variation. And if you'd like, you might even move that leg. It's somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock. You may need a bend. That's okay. So I want you to feel the strength of the leg. If you are on your hands, you should be able to pick it up off the floor. Try that. Push. There it goes. Yes, good. And place it back down, not with a thud, but with control, like you're pulling it into your body. Some of you may stay right here. Some of you may drop down onto your elbows. Oh. I want you to feel the strength still of your legs pulling together. Take medium-sized in-breaths and full-sized out-breath. Good. That's long enough. Come back to your hands. Come back to 2 hands. You're in a table position except for your right leg. So bend it and send it straight back behind you into the air. Yep. So you're in a 3-legged table. Try not to lean left. Square your shoulders. Lift your belly. Lift your ribs slightly. There we go. Good. Tuck your left toes under and lift yourself into down dog split. Lift that leg a little higher and then place it back to the floor. Hang out here for a breath. Take a rest in child's pose or go through your vinyasa. I'm working more on the ground today, working my cobra pose. That feels good for my body. You might be choosing a more classic upward facing dog sequence. And we're gonna meet back in downward dog. We'll do the other side. Left leg is gonna reach high, 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 higher. And you're gonna step to the outside of your left hand. Try it. Good. Descend onto your right knee. Let your left hand gently guide as you pivot on the heel a little bit, toes turn out to 10 o'clock, and resist slightly. You're not trying to rip anything in half or coerce your legs apart. It's just a gentle resistance so the muscle fibers turn on, they activate. Breathe in and out. I hope it feels good. Listen to your body if your joints tell you otherwise. Pinches, pings, strains, back off, back off, back off. Take responsibility for what's happening in your practice. We're going to bring 2 hands down. I don't have a name for this one. It's Ardha Hanumanasana variation, right? So pull your hips back until you feel your weight on your right knee, and then maybe inch, inch, inch that foot now out to 10 o'clock, and you should be able to pick it up. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Strong belly, strong butt. Pick up that leg. Yep, place it back down. I just thudded it. Boing. Place it down gently. Keep pulling it in towards the hip socket. And this might be your resting place. You might hang out here on your hands. You might step them a little more forward. Or you might drop to your elbows. Whew, mine won't go on this side, so I'm going to hang out where I am. Medium-sized in-breath, but a full-sized out-breath. Empty your lungs completely. Find the ground underneath you. Find the floor. From the floor, you build that upward lift. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. That's long enough. Bend your left knee, slide it in. It's much easier on the carpet there, I have to say. Extend that leg back behind you. So left leg is in an extension now. Your hips are square. I'm going to find a better shape here. Arms and chest high, belly and ribs pulled in. Don't lean right. Don't lean right. Even it out. Good. Now put your right toes on the floor and lift your hips. Down dog split. Left leg high, high, high. And back to the floor. Good. Go through your vinyasa sequence or hang out in your rest. Good. Hope everyone's doing well. Very nice. So from here, you're going to look between your hands and either step your feet to the outside of your hands or bend your knees and take a light hop. We're going to sit down. We're going to sit down. Okay, but we're not going to sleep yet. We're not going to sleep yet. I'm going to move a little bit closer so everyone can see what's happening. Good. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up. Okay. Come down onto your back. And place, you can put your head down. You're going to grab behind your knees and pull them apart towards your shoulders. Sort of like a happy baby, but you're just going to hold here behind your knees and just take a moment. You can close your eyes and just feel the floor underneath you. Should feel nice. Feel the parts of your body that are touched by the ground. And then I want you to flex both feet and bring the inner heels to touch and the inner big toe joints to touch. You're going to switch your hands maybe to the top of your knees, pull them a little bit apart, about shoulders distance, and with both feet flexed, the inside edges of your feet are touching. Good. Now see if you can relax this and hold it. Just let your arms relax to the side. I want you to feel the pull of your legs in towards your body, as well as the push of your inner feet, right? Both feet are flexed. Good. I'm going to show you kind of from the opposite angle so you can see what's happening. We're working the strength, right? So heels are together. Balls of the feet are together. Knees are apart. Feet are flexed. There we go. Good. And now, holding that shape, we're going to extend our arms towards the sky like you're holding up the ceiling. So palms are going to be flat. Let's all hold up the ceiling together. And now let's see if you can pull your knees in towards your arms and then let them go. You'll feel your lower back come off the floor. Breathe in. And as you exhale, pull your knees in towards your armpits. Elizabeth Terry, you know where I'm going here. I know she's really excited right now. What are we doing right now? Pull your knees in and hold. Good. From here, you might take a breath in, exhale, and lift your head and shoulders off the floor, but keep looking at the ceiling and reach your arms up even higher. You are now in crow pose. Can you hold here, right? I got a chuckle from the peanut gallery over here. This is crow. Lying down crow. It's not, is it easy? I don't find this easy. Good. We'll come back down. Let it go. Bring your feet to the floor. Relax your arms. Take your feet wide apart and do some windshield wipers. Good. Congratulations. You just did a crow. Finding your ground. Can you do it again? Let's start with the arms. Leave your feet where they are. Take your arms. Hold up the ceiling. Good. Take a breath in. And then lift your head and your shoulder blades off the floor. Keep looking up between your hands. Good. Now, can you pull your knees in? The strength of your belly, the strength of your legs, and let the insides of the feet touch. There's your Bakasana. Breathe and hold. Your drishti is on the ceiling between your hands. And release. Arms down, out to the sides, knees, side to side. Windshield wipers again. Good. Roll to the side. Pick yourself up. Let me come back to the mat. Let's do a downward dog. Your choice. You have a couple seconds here to go through a flow if you want to go through vinyasa. We're going to come back to either jump the feet behind the hands, the outsides of the hands, or just step 1, 2. Boom, boom. We're going to bend our knees and drop into a squat. Some of you can't do this. It's okay. Your ankles, your knees, and your hips have to all agree that they're going into a deep, deep, deep flexion. So if one of them doesn't like it, then the pose kind of fails, so you can sit on your butt. We're only going to be here for a second. I want you to feel the ground, so I want you to actually let your head drop and let your shoulders slump. So your spine rounds. My hands are just relaxed on the floor. Good. Feels kind of nice. Nice stretch on the back. And then lift your head up again. Lift your head up a bit and your chest. Bring your weight forward into your hands. Their shoulders width apart. And then just step your feet together. 1, 2. You're going to perch now on the balls of the feet. So your inner, my bunions are touching. That's your inner big toe joint and your inner heel. And you're going to take your knees wide apart and sit back. Sit back, bend your knees all the way and sit back. Good. We're going to choose whether to do a classic crow pose right now, or you can sit down right now, go onto your back and do it again on your back. Okay? I want you to find your ground here. So hands are shoulders width apart. I'm going to pull my arms in towards my legs. My knees are now touching. Good. Shift your weight slightly forward. If you're used to doing crow all the time, it's really great to slow it down. Now you're going to have to round your spine just like you did on your back. Look forward of your hands. Extend your legs a bit and shift your weight forward. Keep looking forward. And then you might rock back. That might be it for today. Find your ground. Your ground is now your hands. Your legs, as you shift forward, might decide to pull up and in towards your body, just like you did on your back, and then you might fall back again. Maybe one more time. Forward, forward. Feet lift. Happy crows. And coming back down. One more moment here. If you want to do a headstand, you can drop into your tripod headstand. Sun is coming out. It's nice. And we're down. Mom is down. I'm going to come down with her. Good. You know what's going to feel really good now is an active release for that hugging in action of the legs that you've been doing the whole time, but also especially in crow. So come into Baddha Konasana. Knees apart, soles of the feet together. I want you to press the inner edge and the inner heel, the full flatness of the foot against each other. So not open like a book. Don't do this open the book thing. I don't like that one. Press the feet at fully against each other. Hold your shins or ankles. Lift your chest just a little bit and press your legs apart so that they're active. And then we're going to round forward. So pull your waistline slightly back and see if you might even squeeze your bottom here. Squeeze your bottom. Imagine you're holding in number 2. Squeeze your bottom and draw your chest forward. If you've got long arms, you might pull your elbows in front of your shins. You might choose to extend your arms and place them on the floor. With still some activity in your legs, some work being done, you're asking your legs also to lengthen. So we always couple length with strength. Good. And we don't want to hold too long. They don't need that long of a load. Good, to get a little release. So walk your hands back in, lift up, bring your knees together, and come down onto your back. Good. Just take a moment here. If you need some windshield wipers, you can do that again. Take your knees side to side. Good. And then let's cross. Bring your right ankle across towards your left thigh. This will feel like a nice release. Hold there for a moment. I want you to flex your right foot. Not hard. Don't flex it hard, just a soft flex. Put your left hand on the top of your left hip. That's the front of your pelvis. And put your right hand on the inside, kind of the inseam of your right pant leg, your inner right thigh, and gently press away from you. As you press your right thigh, your inner right thigh away from you, gently resist the strength of your leg. Not so much that you get a wobbling. The lightest bit of resistance is enough. I want you to maintain that action of resisting, even though you take your hand away and use it to pull your left thigh towards you. So now your legs are coming in towards your body. You're feeling your ground again. Just notice here a levelness, an evenness between side to side. Your left and right hip touching the floor. Your left and right shoulder touching the floor. Even your head, in the back spot on your head, feeling even. Good. Gently release. Bring your legs back to the floor. Take your feet wide apart and to the floor with your knees bent. You're going to drop them to the left. Drop the knees to the left. Spread your arms out wide. Take a very full, even breath now. Fully in and fully out. Good, good, good. Bring your legs back to center. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your foot gently. Take your right hand to your hip and your left hand to the inner left thigh and gently press it away from you. So your right hand it's not really pressing down too hard. It's just helping you find your anchor. And you're creating space at your hip joint before we go into that stretch for your outer hip. Create that light resistance. Keep the resistance as you thread your hands behind your right thigh. Breathe. Enjoy. Notice where you need to do some work. I don't mean where you need improvement. I mean where you need to activate. Notice where you might activate a muscle, another place you may not. Your face is so soft right now. Your face is relaxed and soft. Your jaw, your forehead, your brow. A lot of people like to do work through, in this case, the right ankle or the leg. They lift it up. I'm not sure what purpose it's serving. So if you can let that relax, do it. Mom, relax your right ankle. Is it serving you? Just notice. If it is, if it's doing something supportive to help you that you feel, then do it. Otherwise, don't do work where you don't need to. Good. Release. Take your feet, again, wider than your hips. Knees bent. Drop to the right. Spread your arms out wide. Let's just let our head roll a little bit here, side to side. Notice how your breath is moving through you now. Notice just your relationship with the ground and the sky. Just how it feels to be in that room. We'll bring your knees back to the center and then pull them in towards your chest. Feel as if you're lengthening out your lower spine. We're going to take a baby bridge to close. So after we kind of lengthened out the outer hips, we're gonna put them back together. So place your feet flat about hips distance, and you might give yourself more room today. You might even take your feet wider than normal, an inch or two. Your arms are going to be along your sides, but not so tight. Give yourself a little space. Tuck your shoulder blades in, retract them under your body. I want you to start with the arms. You're going to press your arms into the floor, your fingers, your hands, just the tips of your fingers, the perimeter of your palm. And as you start to press into your feet, I want you to feel your bottom squeezing. So it's not just your legs here helping you. I want you to feel your glutes wrapping around. Try again. For me, it's like, don't go number two. Don't go number two. And from that action, we're going to lift your hips, but not into an upper back bend. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm in a straight line from my shoulders to my knees. And I'm just going to hold here. Imagine resisting an imaginary ball between your legs, maybe a block between your legs. You've got this nice supportive wrap on the back of your pelvis. And you're trying to pull the floor under your feet towards your head as you press your arms down. Good. That's it. That's it. In one piece, don't articulate your spine down. In one piece, come back to the floor. So it all lands at the same time. Enjoy that after bridge breath. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Hold on top or behind them. Rock your legs a little bit side to side. Let's go for a twist. We haven't done any twisting today. Wasn't our focus, but it's a nice thing to do at the end of practice. We're going to bring your thighs towards your chest. Keep your thighs close towards your chest as you drop your legs over to the right, to the floor. Arms are going to reach out wide like a letter T. Relax your feet, your ankles. If you would like to turn and rotate your head to the left, then do it. For the last few breaths here, we're going to do the same, that grounding breath. It's a medium-sized inhalation and a full-sized exhalation. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if you were to breathe in for about 3 counts, then your exhale should be about 6 counts. It's not more forceful. It's just more complete. You make it all the way to the end until your lungs are empty. Return back to center with your head. One leg lifts at a time, back to the center, nice and easy. You might rock a little bit side to side. We'll do the other side. Thighs first come close to your chest, and then they stay close to your chest as you drop them to the other side, to the left. You may choose to rotate your head as well. And find again that nice grounding breath. We always have this. We always have this ability. We always have our breath. It's there for you. You can choose how to manipulate your breath. And in this case, again, that 3 counts in, 6 counts out. It's going to bring your heart rate back down. It's going to deoxygenize your body. It's going to focus on that down and out energy, that grounding energy. Turn your head back to center. Lift your knees one at a time. Give yourself one more hug. You can choose to lift your head, curl into a ball, or I usually just like to keep it on the ground. You might take a happy baby. Any last movements that you would enjoy before we come into relaxation. Help yourself. If you really need to get upside down or do another forward bend, anything your heart desires. And then when you're ready, you're going to come back into Shavasana. I'm going to show you the shape. I think you know it. And then I'm going to sit up because I want to talk to you and guide you through Shavasana a bit. You might be at home. You might have some pillows or blankets that you can use to make yourself really comfortable. Close your eyes and finally relax your breath. That means there's no more deliberate breathing. The breath is just natural. Naturally, it's shallow. Let it be. Begin to experience Shavasana by letting the weight of your body be received by the ground beneath you. So just feel first the points on the back side of your body where you're making contact with the floor. Your heels, the backs of your calves, your Battasana, your shoulders, parts of your arms. We're not pushing into the floor. We're just letting go. Feel the weight of your head drop. Like you're going into a one of those foam pillows, and it's slowly changing shape. From the resting of your head, you start to feel a softening through your entire face. So the cheeks and the chin, the bridge of your nose, so the surface of your face, but then also deep underneath, so your jaw and your tongue. You might even think about the bones in your face, your skull. Can you let your big, smart, heavy brain settle? And then eventually you're scanning, or noticing slowly through your whole body that your muscles are softening too. They're finding this relationship to the ground. So that it's really comfortable. It's easy. It's easy to be here. It's easy to be you. That's a beautiful circle yoga message. It's easy to be here. Give your body the time it needs to rest. It's in this state of waking rest that it repairs, it resets, and that you can collect your energy. You can balance your energy. You can collect your energy. If your mind is choosing to run around like it does, like minds do, I want you to let it. Let it run around. See if you can let go of trying to control it to sit still. I think of a puppy. I think of my dog, my little doggy, not a puppy, but so much energy. He needs to run around. If you try to control him and bring him in, it creates more energy, more anxiety. So let your mind do its thing and run around. Slowly begin now to collect your attention. We're going to dissolve Shavasana. We're going to let it go. Begin with the body. You can start wiggling your fingers, your toes. Allow your head to roll a bit side to side. Maybe it's a big head to toe stretch. That feels really good. Let yourself move organically. And gradually bring your knees to your chest. We're going to meet in a sitting position together to finish. Get up how you like to get up to sitting. Don't worry about what you've been told. See if you can just listen to your body and move naturally. What feels good to sit up? Good. So sitting up, again with a sense, you might cross your legs. I'm going to place my hands just on my thighs for a moment and just feel the down. Feel that downward energy, that connection. Just feel the floor underneath your buttasana. That's your butt. Under your bones. And then feel a little bit of lift so that our breath, our energy can balance and can move freely through us. Good. It seems very appropriate today to kind of share our practice with others, dedicate this practice to others. So if you would like to join me in a metta meditation, it's so simple. You just repeat after me from home, okay? And just repeat after me. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings live with ease. You can bring your hands together in front of your heart. Draw a nice deep breath in. And through your mouth, exhale and let it go. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. It was so nice to have you in my living room. Thanks, Mom, for being here. And if you enjoyed, let me know, and we'll do this again really soon. I see Nancy says, I did it. I think she means crow pose. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day.